The St. Peter and Paul's Cathedral Basilica is a religious building of the Catholic Church that serves as the cathedral of the diocese. With a height up to 60 meters and an area of 1,540 square meters, entering the cathedral gives an almost spiritual experience. The cathedral's foundations were constructed in the 4th century, but other parts of the cathedral have been added on as time passed by. The cathedral has an elevated central altar, 4 chapels under the side towers, and a crypt. The chapels contain works by painters Bertalan Zekeli and Karoli Lotz. Today, the cathedral is a beautiful attraction with a park located in front and is appreciated by both the locals and international students who frequently visit the site. Here are some information about the basilica.
Pécs Cathedral has been a prominent feature of this Hungarian cityscape for centuries. In 1064, after a fire destroyed a Romanesque basilica, King Peter Osil of Hungary initiated construction of the cathedral on the same site. Completed in the 12th century, Pécs Cathedral features Romanesque stone carvings of exceptional artistic value. In the 16th century, Turkish conquerors converted the cathedral into a mosque, and when Hungarians regained control of the city in 1686, the structure was reinstated as a church. From 1806 to 1813, Mihai Polak, a master Hungarian architect, remodeled the building in the Gothic revival style but did not address structural problems due to the many changes to the building in the preceding centuries. By the late 19th century, much of the building was in critical need of structural repairs. The neo-Romanesque appearance today is the result of the reconstruction carried out between 1882 and 1891. Faithfully fulfilled the original plans of the cathedral architect Friedrich von Schmidt-Binnis. He oversaw a restoration project that essentially leveled the building to its foundations and rebuilt it into a neo-Romanesque style. In 1990, Pope John Paul II's visit to the cathedral was an occasion to draw new attention to the historic importance of the structure.
The foundations go back to the 4th century. It was built on top of the early Christian basilica and the early Christian burial chambers that can be found underneath. First, there was only one tower, and it was built as a Romanesque church. The length were altered in the following years with an extension towards the west facade. This can be seen from the southern elevation. There is a crypt level of the church and 5 openings of this crypt. This part was the original size. The additional 2 towers of the western facade and extensions were constructed during the reign of Stephen I. Unfortunately, a fire broke out in the 11th century and it was destroyed. A reconstruction effort started. The new neo-Romanesque church was designed by 2 Italian architects. During a battle in 1541 with the Ottomans, the church was damaged. During the visit of the explorer Evliya Çelebi, it was being used as an armory in 1663, as he mentions it in his diary. In 1686, after the Ottomans have lost control of the city to the Habsburgs, the churches have been partially restored. But full construction didn't begin until 1882. The original statues were made in 1884 to 1885 by famous Hungarian sculptor Kis György, and it was finished in 1891. Due to the deterioration of the statues, a decision was made to take the originals down and replace them in 1937. A competition was issued for the replacements in 1939. Out of the competitors, Karol Antal won this competition. However, the war and the political situation delayed the replacements until early 1960s. The condition of statues deteriorated further. The renovations for the statues finally began in August 26, 1961. And after these reconstructions, small maintenance were made in years to come.
Upon entering, a huge interior is divided by a triumphal arch, the effect of which is enhanced by the main altar with a tent. The choir consists of 4 manual organs with 6,101 whistles, created by the former Angster Organ Factory in Page. The Heart of Jesus and the Chapel of Corpus Christi are decorated with murals by Charles Lodge, and the world-famous murals of Bertalan Zekeli can be seen in the Chapel of Mary and the chapel named after Bishop St. Maurice. Archaeological excavations in the 12th century large cross-vaulted 5-nave sub-church found and then reburied the remains of Bishop Janus Pannonius of Page and Humanist Earth. A statue was erected in his honor in the same place. There are services available during your visit to the cathedral, such as organ playing, museum pedagogy, tour guide, audio guide, and walking board.